Happy holidays from Bloodbath and Beyond. Today we review the short film Treevenge. It's Pine to Die.
Directed by the man behind Hobo with a Shotgun, Jason Eisener, Treevenge stars Jonathan Torrens and Sarah Dunsworth. Treevenge is just like every other holiday, people enjoying themselves and cutting down trees and having a merry old time. Unfortunately, the trees do not see it the same way. They see us, humans, as vicious murderers, killing them and separating them from their families. And now it's time for Treevenge. So what do we like?
I found this film to be absolutely hilarious with their ability to make trees move. That, I think, is my favorite part. Whether it's just a little baby tree and someone's holding it by like the base, or like a big tree just shaking. The tree movement and the people wrestling the trees in the massacre was hilarious.
I also like the voices that go along with the trees, as trees obviously don't talk, or at least we don't hear them. Well, little squeaky, high-pitched voices. Pretty funny. I like the whole concept because, like, it's nice to, like, just make inanimate objects, like, have feelings. Because you immediately are like, oh, now you kind of feel bad for this friggin' tree. And, like, I don't know if this is a PSA, like, hey, buy plastic trees, John. I'm sure it's not, but it's definitely a hilarious concept that probably sprung from the name, I imagine, because Treevenge is just a brilliant name. It had to be done.
Which brings me to the acting in this film. The characters that you see in the movie are very entertaining. I love how aggressive every single person is, whether it's like the lumberjack scene or like the tree salesman. It's just funny because they're clearly force acting.
We don't review short films, but this was so recommended that we just had to. It's only 16 minutes long. I mean, you may as well just skip this and just watch the entire thing because it's available for free on YouTube and Vimeo.
Ho, ho, ho.
But I mean, I assume you've seen it, so we're gonna talk spoilers. The trees are alive. Well, you knew that part already. But they murder people. They murder everybody. And it's glorious. The special effects are excellent. Specifically, my favorite being like the branch that goes in somebody's like eye and comes out their mouth and ties these like this rambunctious couple trying to get their freak on together, kind of in a Lady in the Tramp, but like really extreme and graphic version.
And like, I like that this film didn't have any boundaries. It didn't matter if you were a kid, and it didn't matter if you were an elderly person. The trees were going to get you.
Now let's move on to our dislikes. I know it's a short, but I think it was a little long. I think it could have been half the time because like we understood what was going on. There's no character development anyways. They could have trimmed like 8 minutes of this and it would have been way funnier and people would have enjoyed it a little bit more, I think, because like all you need, lumberjacks cutting down trees, trees yelling, show a glimpse of their family like really quickly, and then the massacre begins. Unfortunately, this draws out for like 10 minutes or 12 minutes before trees start killing anybody. And so the short could have been shorter, more shareable. It would have probably gone viral, but unfortunately, I didn't even know about it until like 2 years ago.
Which is weird considering that it's a Canadian film.
And we're in the horror genre.
This film wasn't going for a story. It wasn't going for character development. It was going for a one-off gag. And when you do a one-off gag and drag it out, it then just becomes redundant and kind of boring.
You know, you're just waiting and waiting for the massacre. And you know it's coming, but trees keep talking to each other and it doesn't really matter. Because are we going to get attached to that tree? It looks just like that other tree. They all look the goddamn same. How are you supposed to differentiate the characters in this film? Now it's time for our final thoughts and ratings. Well, I like the concept and I love the gore. I don't think I loved the short film. I think it needed to be shorter, way shorter. I think it was a one-off joke that ran a little bit too long, and I completely understand the appeal because a lot of people are going to just remember they watched Treevenge and it was hilarious, just based on the name. But they're not going to remember that it's 16 goddamn minutes long and that it takes forever for these trees to start killing people. When they do so, it looks excellent. And I did like seeing Jonovision back in action. I don't know if I should say this or not, but as Hobo with a Shotgun was a short film, would I prefer that Treevenge was either way shorter or turned into a full feature-length film where there's a lot more tree massacring going on?
I think developed characters who die would only make this better.
Yes, okay, so we'll say that then. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan, but I know you guys love it, so whatever. So I'm going to give this 2.5 enthusiastic dads out of 5.
Treevenge is really just a film playing off of a clever title and a one-off gag. But it does deliver that. It delivers it in a longer fashion, and that is its downfall, but the payoff is still good, and it's not too long that you're wasting a lot of time, but it should be shorter for what it's about. And when you do get that payoff and see all the trees running around killing people, it looks good. And it's actually very entertaining. And I did enjoy how over the top this short was, whether it be the trees killing or the characters just being really, really awkward. It was fun. So with that being said, I'm gonna give this film 3.5 perverted tree salesmen out of 5.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on the film if you've seen it. If you haven't and you do want to check it out, there are links in the description where you can find it. YouTube, Vimeo, free. Links are in the description. And if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, stay updated with everything Bloodbath and beyond.